This is a mini series of podcasts not to be missed. Usually I'm speaking to UFC fighters, UFC level coaches, MMA professionals, and people who are considered at the elite of martial arts. But the following 3 conversations that I'm going to be releasing on the channel are very, very different to that. They're with your everyday martial artist. People who are not professionals, people who have normal, regular lives and jobs outside of martial arts. And it's one of the most beautiful looking podcast settings I have personally had yet. It's at Repton Boxing Club on a shoot day with no mercy git. Enjoy. Dennis, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What is something that fighting has taught you about yourself?
That's a good question. To be fair, fighting has taught me that you can kind of overcome anything, because fighting's quite a scary thing to get into, and it's quite you get a lot of anxiety and fear that can rush through your body when you first start fighting. But then you realise, if I can overcome this, then the other things within life just become slightly easier and easier. And it just taught me, just go for it, go do it. Even if you're a bit scared and anxious about it, get settled in, and the more natural you feel doing it, the better it's going to come out.
I always find as well, I still get nervous before pretty much every training session.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a beginner's class or something, it's that thing of knowing that there's going to be another person trying to get into a physical altercation with you, no matter how controlled it is. I personally still find I get that nervousness, but I find if I have a week where I don't go training, I find that if I don't have that feeling regularly, I almost just feel a bit lazy and a little bit like I'm not pushing myself the way that I should be. So I've kind of started to relate that feeling of nervousness with positive sort of emotions in my mind, where I'm like, no, this is what I need to do.
It's like your nervous system is kind of used to doing that weekly, and when you're not and you're out of rhythm, you kind of feel off. And you've got to get yourself back into it. I find it especially when you're going against someone new, say you're sparring someone or wrestling someone for the first time and you haven't done it before, you have that little switch within you that's I've got to get the better of him, I don't want him to get the better of me, and it kind of messes with you a little bit. But then you get stuck in and you realise you're both just there for the same thing, to get better and train together. You're not there to hurt each other, and you know what I mean? But
yeah, and I've always, I travel around to a few different gyms around the country, and there's one that I go to which is called BST. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Whereabouts is it?
It's in Northampton. You might have heard of a guy called Jordan Vucenic.
Kickboxing?
No, he just got cut from the UFC actually, but he was Cage Warriors champion.
Oh, okay.
He's probably one of Cage Warriors' sort of biggest stars. Anyway, so when I go up there, they've just got killer after killer after killer at the gym, and every time I pull up outside the gym, I'm shitting myself. Every single time.
Yeah, nervous rush in your body.
Yeah, and as I'm walking in, I'm sort of you're right guys, just a bit quiet and nervous, and I'm relatively confident guy, but when I go there, I do get a bit anxious. And then afterwards, every single time, I'm like, oh no, that was fucking sick. I need to do that more.
But sometimes that feeling just doesn't change, even though you know the outcome. Mm-hmm. It's just like competing. It's you've been there before, you've done it before, but it's a fresh face in front of you. Or it could be the same opponent. Those nerves are just naturally just going to rush through you a little bit. It kind of gets you into fight mode. Yeah. I'd be a bit worried if I didn't have those nerves before having any sort of fights, because then it's you're not switched on enough. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. There's the old psychopath, I think Justin Gaethje always says doesn't feel nerves. I'm like, is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you. I feel like it's almost impossible for a human to not feel those anxious feelings before.
It's nothing you can't control them, innit?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just naturally rush within you. And
yeah, unless he's a psychopath,
with Justin Gaethje, you never know, innit?
Yeah. So, tell me about the first time you went to any kind of combat sport training.
I was around 12 or 13, and my dad used to always do little fighting stuff with me, and I always wanted to do some sort of combat sport, so I ended up going to boxing for the first time.
Okay.
And I still remember to this day the first ever session I went to, when I was learning just how to put my stance, how to hold my hands up and stuff like that. And I got stuck in quite quickly, and I fell in love with the sport straight away. And then from then on, I just carried on boxing at that place, went on to some amateur boxing clubs, started fighting for them a little bit, doing a couple winter clubs, and once I got to like uni, stopped boxing and got into some other stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how I first got into it. Was boxing. Boxing was my first.
Tell me about that first session. Like, we spoke a little bit about the nerves of general training, but talk to me about how you was feeling before that first session.
I was really excited because
Yeah.
I was watching a lot of YouTube videos of boxing stuff just before, like quite a few weeks before, and getting myself ready. And when I first went there, you know what helped me with my nerves? My boxing coach was from the same country as me.
Okay.
So he was like half Romanian, half Russian sort of. And he started speaking to me in my own language. He made me feel like I'm in good hands sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then he focused on me quite a lot. So me and my cousin went together and he focused on us two quite a lot during the session. And it made me feel really welcome and didn't really have too many like negative feelings or anything. Everything was just like pretty nice. Everything was cool and really enjoyable, to be fair. As soon as we left, me and my cousin looked at each other like, we're coming back here later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Nice. When you say you started doing boxing, right?
Yeah.
When did you move into start doing other martial arts? And how old are you now?
21.
Okay, so you started when you was 12?
12, 13, I can't remember exactly. I think 13.
Okay,
Somewhere
okay.
around
So
there.
it's sort of heading towards 10 years or so of training.
Yeah.
And when it comes to your training then, like, how much are you focusing on boxing at the moment? And yeah, tell me a little bit about the other stuff that you do.
Well, like for example, today I was being in Repton Boxing Club. It's like what's the word you would say? It's sort of like I'm back in my element sort of thing, because I haven't been boxing for a few years now, but I'm always training by myself. If I've got a bag that I can hit, I'll train. I'll do some shadow boxing. I always keep that sort of element of things within, like day to day. At the end of a workout or something, hit the bag a little bit.
Yeah.
But actual boxing training, going to a club, it's been a while since I've last done it. And then I started grappling as soon as I got to uni. So, well, how old was I? 19? I was 18/19 when I first started. When I first went to my first BJJ class, and it was quite fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I got stuck in pretty well, and I used to like. This might sound cliche. I used to wrestle and fight with a lot of my friends, and I had like my coach said this at least, I had like a natural ability of like feel in a way, and I found it really fun. Like I was getting triangles and guillotines and arm bars like first session in.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just because I had like a sort of like, I used to watch a lot of fighting as well, and since that day I felt really like, wow, my first session, this is what it feels like. I'm coming back here tomorrow and the day after, and then it just kind of went on from there. Finally got my blue belt in no-gi, so I've never really put a gi on.
Okay, right, yeah.
Unfortunately, I'd like to one day, but at the moment everything's been no-gi. After I got my blue belt, after like 2 years or so of training, year and a half, I just went on to wrestling.
Okay, is that what you do at the moment, just pure wrestling?
At the moment, yeah, I've just been training wrestling. I'll do like one MMA session a week or something, just to add some spice to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But as I said, I'm always implementing boxing and striking where I can. If I can do some pad work with my friend on a random Tuesday evening, let's do it. But actual going to a club and training recently, for the last year or so, wrestling, it's captured me. Wrestling has captured me, to be fair.
So how have you found the transition from starting out more striking to then moving towards what sounds like more pure grappling now?
Yeah. In a sense of like, how easy was it to transition, or?
Yeah, just your general overall experience of it, because so if you look at like striking is more of a visual art, right? So say we're sparring boxing, you're kind of seeing everything coming at you.
Rather than feeling.
Yeah, whereas with wrestling, you can do it with your eyes closed, right?
Yeah,
because you're
feeling.
feeling.
I know some people that can like do a lot with their eyes
exactly,
because everything's like always contact. You're not really disengaging too much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously it was a different feel. At first, everything felt awkward, like shooting for certain takedowns. It's like, that's going there, that's going there. Everything felt like all off balance. But once you start the more you practice something, the better you get at it, right? So the more I was like, I really like this move. I'm seeing this person hit on someone really clean. I want to learn that. At first it's shaky, then it gets a bit better. Then you're like, oh, this is what it is. Then it becomes sort of muscle memory. But at first, it was a little bit awkward. But I feel like boxing helped me a little bit. I had like sort of like a base and a stance, footwork sort of.
Yeah, it helps you understand range a little bit.
You know what I mean? Like the fact that I can touch you means I can probably get to your legs, or same with boxing. If I could touch your shoulder, I could probably punch you in your face. if I'm just a bit back, I know I'm one step away. And yeah, all that range control stuff is like similar, I want to say. So there were similarities and differences, but when it comes to the differences, it was alright. It was it's always nice learning something new, especially when you enjoy it. So the more you enjoy something, the better you get at it, and the quicker you get, the better you get at it. Wait.
The more you enjoy something, the more you're going to do it, the better you get.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just kind of got stuck in and really enjoyed it, and been doing it since.
Yeah, awesome.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks, man.